Good evening, dear friends, and welcome to our, let's say, final live for 2020. My name is Alina, and I'm a licensed tourist guide in Romania. Alina Tomer. This is my license. We have different models of licenses, and this is my certificate. All of our licensed tourist guides, they have such a license. It's issued by the Ministry of Tourism, in my case, of Ministry of Economy, or whatever ministry belong the Ministry of Tourism, or let's say the tourism section during the years. We are over 300 licensed tourist guides in our association, and more than everything else, we thank you very much for being today and each and every live broadcasting with us. We are transmitting live on our three channels. You can find us on YouTube, you can find us on Facebook and on Instagram. This is live transmissions. As well, you can find us on LinkedIn, on Travel Massive, and on Instagram. So, whenever you need a licensed tourist guide, do not hesitate to contact us. Our colleagues are speaking foreign languages. Guess what? We can surprise you. Whatever language you need, just dare us and we will find a solution for you. Or even if you are just speaking Romanian, the native language, and if you would like to, benefit from the service of a professional tourist guide, just call us, send us a message, write us, and we will come gladly to help. So, as being Wednesday today, we are going to invite our dear colleague Florin. Good evening. How are you?
Hi. I'm fine, thanks. It's the end of the year, and even if for many of us was the worst probably year in for our activity, uh, I'm very happy because I finished one of my biggest project ever from my activity
Amazing.
as a tourist guide. Is not something a real tourist guide for a printed book. You saw the cover on the presentation, but I'm talking about 1 year and a half work to have this book. Uh, is is
Yes,
is a book in French language because it was written by Christine Colonna Cesari. Is a French writer, and she moved 2 years ago in Bucharest. She
amazing.
yeah, she was born in Vence in the south part of France, and then she lived in Paris. But 2 years ago, she decided to move in Romania, and was one of my tourists in a tour, a day trip from Bucharest to Peleș Castle, and then we met again, and she proposed me to help her to write a book about something extraordinary about Romania. Things, the biggest, the oldest, the most, I don't know, the longest, something mare de tot, just like is written on the cover. And also the title is Ils sont fous ces Roumains. They are mad. The Romanians are really mad because even if the foreign tourists know about Romania, about Dracula and the house of the Parliament Palace. We have many other places in Romania, and even if I don't know very well French language, and I speak the language, the French language from the school, so it's not something from artistic books. And this is a special book describing different subjects from Romania. So I'm talking about 1 year and a half work, about 6,000 kilometers. We traveled in Romania, 3 different tours. The first one was in west part of Romania, from Bucharest to Râmnicu Vâlcea to Târgu Jiu, and then the northest part of this trip was in Săpânța Peri, to see the highest wooden Orthodox church from the world, Săpânța Peri, and also the Mary Cemetery from Săpânța. Then in Cluj-Napoca, in Roșia Montană, in Brad, to see the Gold Museum. We stopped also in Sibiu for the village museum from there. Then another part was in Moldova, to see the oldest entire bread preserved from the world. In Romania, we have a bread from 19th century. Is the oldest entire bread. Probably in the world there are many pieces from older elder bread from this world, but in Romania there is the oldest entire bread, and is in the History Museum from Galați. And of course, we
never knew.
For me also was a surprise, because at the beginning we searched together subjects for this book, and I made a list about 50, and then we start talking about each of them, and she kept only 30 from this. We made in every place to take pictures, to take our pictures, and to talk with I don't know, artists, painters, tourist guides such as Dorin Rus from Roșia Montană, and also managers from museums. I don't remember exactly how many people we met. Anyway, we recorded, we made a lot of interviews with many people, and then we analyzed every discussion, and I discovered that I took more than 8,000 pictures special for this book. So only me, I took 8,000. Then also Christine took probably around 2,000 pictures for this book. And just before Christmas was everything was done, and we have the book. Now from the subjects from here, I will tell you only a few of them. Probably you know the statue of Decebal from Orshova is next to the Danube. Is a very big one. I guess Ilie, my colleague, told us about this statue in one of his tours, and is also described here in this book. But once again, not just like a tourist guide explain you, not like a Romanian person can describe, but like uh, a French writer who came here, study a lot for all these subjects, and at the end she wrote around 2-3 pages for every place we visited. Um, then in Magurele we have the biggest, the most powerful laser in the world. The second one is in South Korea, but the one from South Korea reached its limit at 4 petawatts, and this one was built. They uh, they reach 10 petawatts, and they can go forward. So nowhere in the world is another one more powerful than in Romania. This is a picture with me and the French writer Christine Colonna Cesari, just in that moment when we came back from with the book ready, and from the printer, and we enjoy some cakes, celebrating somehow this. We said the end of our work, but it's not the end, because now we have to talk about this book, and maybe will be translated in English, in Romanian, and also in German language, because it's we have some great personalities who help us to promote Romania in the world, such as Prince Charles, and also BBC Top Gear show. Now we have also a French writer who wrote about Romania, and is very important for us, because now we can realize that our country is on top, because we have great things built here. I told you about the laser. We have also the palace of parliament in Bucharest, and also the Blaus IA, Romanian IA is something unique in the world, and a lot of people appreciate our blouses. So I will
Amazing,
let you.
amazing. I already posted. So the first comment on all our channels, it is with a link where you can actually see and you can acquire the book. So if you'd like to have the book, this is the link. So whenever you are watching the live transmission, you can access the link which is below, also in the description of the material. It is an amazing work you did, Florin, and I'm very happy that one of our colleagues did this license tourist guide, because, as I say, we are multidisciplinary personalities, and we can do, and we are doing a lot of amazing thing, like the book you presented us, and it is amazing. How many pages does it has?
Around 220.
Wow.
220
And
pages.
it's almost A4 format, almost.
Yes, I will show you some of the pictures from Vallée des Fées. It's in French. Now I have to switch in English. It's from Sâmbăta. Castelul Zânelor. Help me, Alina.
The fairies castle. The fairies castle. Valley.
Also,
we have we have our friend with us. I see just wait 1 second. Wait. Yeah, show me.
Was the part of the book where is presented the Museum of Perfumes from Bucharest. I told you we have some special museums in Bucharest. One of them is Museum of Perfumes. Is unique in Romania, and I will present you one day. Also, is presented Syria collection.
We have amazing things you discovered and showed to us. So we have with you today, this is the 30th virtual guided tour of yours, which you did. So it's actually a round number. So we have 31 virtual guided tours. Yeah.
Yes, and I'll continue to.
It's amazing.
You, I hope every Wednesday, but it's not possible all the time.
Of course, we'll deal with that.
We
next
have
year.
to be together, so
yeah. I'm very happy that our friend Adrian is back and that he's healthy. Welcome, Adrian. Thank you very much for being with us all this year. We have over 100 virtual tours, and as I said, 31 English. We have 1 French and 1 German, and we have about 20 Hungarian. So we'll keep on doing next year the same. Don't forget, we are the Professional Association of Tourist Guides. Thank you very much for all of you which supported our activity. So if you'd like us to continue with the virtual guided tours or to develop them, please be so kind and support our activity either via PayPal, either via our IBAN bank account. We thank you very much and wish you a wonderful new year. Would you like to add something, please?
No, I would like to thank you to be with us all this year, and I'm glad that I'm the last one. So do you want to shut the door? And then we'll meet next year with other subjects, other places to show you here on Pro Guide Association channels. Just like you said at the beginning, we have Facebook, we have YouTube, Travel Massive, Twitter, and then LinkedIn and Instagram. So
exactly.
you find us everywhere. And
we have here our dear colleague Perla from Brasov, which is congratulating you and us. And thank you very much, Perla, for being with us. Thank you very much for, supporting us. Thank you very much.
Yes, it's for me. It's very important to have my name here next to.
Yes, amazing.
The name of Christine Colonna Cesari, and yes, I have this book next to my heart. because it's not only my work, but it's also a book about my country, and show to everybody that Romania is not a country somewhere at the end of the world, and we have many beautiful places, and we should be proud of Romania. See you next year.
See you next year. Look what Adrian says, what he suggests. Maybe can be Romanian Railways history. Thank you very much for suggesting. We can think about that. Thank
Yes,
you.
should be one of my presentation because
We should touch that subject too.
yes, I know many things about Carol the First, and also the first train station from Bucharest, Gara Filaret, and uh, we organize a special tour for this subject, of course.
Amazing. So once again, Happy New Year. Thank you very much for being today with us and see you next year.
See you next year.
Bye.